Hi, my name is Randy Carter. I'm a tech specialist with the Anderson and Vreeland Group, and today I'll be demonstrating the proper way to mount a flexo plate onto a flexo sleeve. We'll first start with identifying the materials that we're going to be using. We'll be using a camera mount system, optical mounter, Inameta sleeves, 3M sticky back, and a wide web flexo plate. So the first step in this process is we're going to mount our Inameta sleeve onto our mounter. So we'll take our sleeve over to the mounter, unlock our clamp, and we'll air assist mount this flexo sleeve. Very important that you line up the slot with the sleeve on the pin on the mounter and relock your clamp. The next step in our process is to prep the sleeve for mounting. The first step in this is to clean all the debris, the oils, the greases off the sleeve. The preferred method for cleaning this is isopropyl alcohol mixed with 50% water. So we'll take our mix and a clean lint-free rag and do a quick wipe down of the sleeve. Now that we have our sleeve mounted on the mounter, we need to prep our sticky back. So the first step is we'll take our 3M sticky back and we want to roll out enough material to go beyond the edges of the plate. We'll take our safety knife and cut our material. So we'll take our sticky back, come over to our sleeve, and we'll locate the horizontal scribe line that will help us keep our sticky back square. Stick one side, use your fingers, and slowly smooth all the way to the other end. The next step is you can use the fatty part of your hands, or you can use a soft squeegee paddle to slowly push the sticky back to the cylinder as you rotate it around. You never want to wrap the material because that induces air bubbles, so you want to always be pushing the material to the sleeve. If you do happen to get an air bubble in, you can carefully lift the product away and re-smooth it out. Now we have an overlap joint and we need to make that as tight as possible. So use your fingers to crease it. What we'll have to do with this next step is we'll make a cut through both layers on an angle with the blade so that when the excess material is removed, you have a nice tight butt joint. We'll be using a rotary shear to make this cut. If you use a standard razor blade, it will leave a burr in the sleeve which will destroy the integrity of the sleeve. A rotary shear will not leave that burr. So we'll start with our shear, go middle ways through your overlap of material, and you want to hold your blade at a slight back angle and make one continuous cut all the way to the end. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, you just have to stay within the overlap. First, we want to remove the outside trim. And now what we want to do is carefully peel back and locate the inside trim. This can be a little difficult sometimes. The next step in our process is to locate the center line for mounting the plate. So we'll locate our center line and then we'll lock our cylinder into place. Now we need to remove a strip of the liner on each side of these red mounting dots to expose the adhesive. So we'll take our marker and put a dot on each side of our red line about 3/8 of an inch wide. Then we'll use our razor blade and we're going to cut and remove a strip all the way across the top of that sleeve. Start on one end and make a light cut through the liner all the way across the top of the cylinder. Once that's done, you want to carefully lift the liner and remove that strip all the way across. You can now see that we've exposed a strip of adhesive by removing the liner, and this will allow us to position our plate onto the sleeve. Before we mount, we need to clean the back of the plate to remove any kind of oil or debris. We'll use our 50-50 isopropyl alcohol water mix and just give the plate a good scrubbing on the back. It's very important not to use press mix. Anything that contains acetate will act as a primer and prevent easy removal of the plate after printing. All right, we'll take our plate and we'll drape it across our exposed adhesive strip on our sleeve, roughly positioning our dots under the red camera dots. We'll now use chalk to enhance the contrast of our crosshairs so that we can better see them on the screen. What we see is our magnified crosshairs. We want to pick an edge to line up. So I will typically pick 1/4 edge and gently line up the crosshairs. And once you have the crosshairs in place, press down on the crosshair to tack the plate to the strip. You can also use a roller to make sure that you have good contact and the plate does not shift. Now that we're lined up, we will adhere the rest of the plate. We'll start by lifting the plate slightly and remove the liner below the plate. Again, we want to make sure that we don't wrap the plate. We want to push the plate to the sticky vac. We'll use our brayer and just slowly work out any air bubbles all the way across. It's important to use a rolling brayer and not use your hand. If you use your hand on the surface of the plate, you have the potential to damage small dots on the plate. So we want to use the tools we have available. Work slow. Make sure you get out all the air bubbles and get good adhesion to the plate. Once that side is done, we'll roll the sleeve around and peel the other side of the liner to finish adhering the plate. Again, make sure you're pushing the plate to the cylinder and not wrapping. Wrapping induces air bubbles. The last step of our process is we need to remove the excess sticky back from the sides of the plates. We'll again use our rotary shear and we'll trim just outside the plate all the way around and peel away the excess. And again on the other side. Now we have a perfectly mounted plate that is ready to go to press.